Hello and welcome to the channel. So roadside attractions can be a real challenge to photograph because number one, you're arriving at them as you're traveling around. You have one shot to do it. The light is going to be the light. There may also be a lot of other people around that you have to deal with. But what I'm going to do is talk about some of the approaches I use to go and photograph these. So we're in Detroit Lakes today and we're visiting the Trolls. So we're going to walk over to the first one, which I believe is called the Elixir. And so one of the things that I look at typically when I get to this is what's the direction that the light is coming from and how hard the light is. And then I use that to try to pick my angle. I want to try to avoid having the over-the-shoulder light if at all possible. So as we come and look at this, we can see that from this angle, the light is hitting pretty hard on the face, the nose part in that. So I maybe want to try to come around just a little bit to try to just minimize that slightly. And so I think coming in from this angle actually looks just a little bit better, even though part of it is blocked by the shield itself. The next thing is to try to figure out what is that point of view angle that you want to have for it. And typically the most boring angle is the standing up. And so if I were to take it like this, what I would see quite quickly is that while it gives me a picture of the troll, it's really not a very interesting photo. So I think because when you think about trolls, you think of things like children's books, that sort of thing. Going with a low angle, having that child's view, I think would be the thing that would be kind of the most interesting. The next thing I have to worry about is what's going on with the background. What sort of distractions are there? Very easy way to deal with the distractions is to go and use a very open aperture. So I'm going to use f2.8 because as I look around the background, I see picnic shelters, I see cars, I see all kinds of other stuff out there. So coming in, getting a low angle and trying to minimize that with a shallow depth of field, I think is the way to go with these. So let's try a few of those and see what we get. So after the first one, they become a little bit more interesting as they're hidden off various trails. And we have a very different lighting situation now. The light has become very flat as it's really clouded over. And this is Ronnie. There is a bit of a look for you right there. And so this one, I think will be a little bit easier. I won't be fighting the harsh light. So let's see what I can do with Ronnie. So I like how they laid out this one because they have the rocks leading up to the troll. So using that to lead into the troll I think gives kind of an interesting shot. And now I'll move in and get some closer ones. The question really becomes how big are these things? And in some of the photos you saw a few other elements that did give a little bit of a clue as to the size, but if you really want to make it easy for someone to tell how big something is, just put a person in. And in this photo, I'm in front of the troll that's named Frida Barefoot, and I'm 6'5", so that'll give a little bit of an idea as to how big she is. All in all, there are 5 trolls that are part of the display story, not sure what you would really call it, up in Detroit Lakes. And if you find all 5 of them, and then there's also some portals, you get some clues and you can figure out where the golden rabbit is, and then that's the final thing that you have to find. So a lot of fun hiking to get to some of them. You get to see a lot of different areas of Detroit Lakes, as well as some of the other surrounding areas. Some other technical points. People are always kind of interested in camera settings and things of that nature. So all the photos are shot with my 24-70 2.8, and the apertures ranged anywhere from f2.8 to f9. And given the size of the trolls, even at 2.8, there was still quite a bit of depth of field in a lot of cases because I still had to be far enough back. ISO ranged from ISO 100 to ISO 400. The goal really was to just try to capture something that was a little bit more interesting than a standard type of shot that you would take if you came across a roadside attraction. So hopefully I was able to show some of the personality that the artist intended. I have a link in the description to the website that describes the trolls and where to find them and the artist. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to know more or hear about more videos as they get released, hit subscribe. And if you'd like a notification, hit that little bell and you'll receive an email whenever something new gets posted. Thanks. Bye.